The actions or lack thereof by Florida Governor Ron Desantis have not only failed to slow the spread of COVID in the Sunshine State, but quite possibly have enabled the wider spread of the deadly virus. Governor Desantis has been unapologetic in his opposition to vaccine and mask mandates, lockdowns, school closures, restrictions of any kinds, and companies requiring proof of vaccinations, all of which has put Desantis at odds with local governments, school districts, health officials, business leaders, and parents. DeSantis' handling of the pandemic is linked to his presidential aspirations. In order to do well, he needs to attract and hold the MAGA base, which is rooted in resistance. In fact, DeSantis' pandemic rhetoric already mirrors that of Donald Trump.
They focus on case numbers. You know case numbers? You know why we have so many case numbers? Because we do more testing than any country in the world.
I actually think it's going down in the school age kids. I just think that they're testing so much that the numbers are being held, but the percent positive I do think is going down.
DeSantis' pandering is nakedly political and no doubt contributing to the loss of Floridian lives, and his poll numbers in the state have suffered. According to a recent poll conducted by Quinnipiac University, 47% of people approve of DeSantis' job performance, while 45% disapprove. Governor DeSantis, how many lives will it take? How many lives will be enough? You can read more about this in my New York Times column, but joining me now to discuss is Florida State lead for the Committee to Protect Healthcare, Dr. Bernard Ashby. Dr. Ashby, DeSantis's decisions around COVID make no sense from a public health perspective. The only way that they make sense is if you consider them in a political prism, and in that sense, it is naked and exposing Floridians to the possibility of getting sick or even dying, so that he ingratiates him to a particular part of the political spectrum. What are you hearing, what are you seeing on the ground with people fighting back, not willing to go along with this because it is political and not about public health?
Well, Charles, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, your op-ed couldn't be any more appropriately titled. How many deaths are enough? Well, 45,000 isn't enough for DeSantis. I mean, he hasn't changed course one bit, and he continues to actually get in our way and impede public health mitigation measures by using taxpayer funding to actually sue schools, sue the cruise line industry and oppose schools who are imposing mask mandates. The judge last week recently found that his mandate was unconstitutional, but that didn't stop him. I mean, he's still defunding schools that are choosing to follow the CDC guidelines and protect their students. And so with DeSantis, like you said, it's so nakedly political and so despicable. I mean, you know, if you want to look up what a scumbag looks like, what a scumbag acts like, that's this guy. And I don't parse words with this guy at all, because when it comes to life and death and the health of our community, particularly our kids who are the most vulnerable and innocent among us, this guy just does not give a damn about them. And so I'm tired of him.
So, you know, his polling has taken a hit, but he is still, you know, by a slim margin in the positive. What is happening in the state of Florida that people, even just in this slim way, still approve of him more than they disapprove of him, even with the cases there going through the roof, with the cases among children reaching records? How does he still have any support, let alone be more positive than negative?
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, you know, unfortunately, we do have a precedent for this, right? I mean, he's really following Trump's footsteps. I mean, when Trump lost the election, he literally just sat on his hands. I mean, didn't do anything. Essentially went in the White House, sulked, tried to overturn the election and totally forgot about the pandemic. And that did not hurt him with his base. So DeSantis took notes, and he's applying that politically, to his credit, very well. But if you actually are talking about public health and people's lives and, our country getting back to some kind of normalcy, he's doing everything to work against us. And he is basically a pariah on our entire country, not just Florida, our entire country. At one point, we were #1 in the Delta variant much early on in the pandemic. We were the leading state before the surge happened. Because of Ron DeSantis's very limited or non-existent mitigation measures, because of all the events, spring break, Memorial Day weekend, you name it, he said, come on down, don't wear a mask, have fun. And those individuals went back to the entire country, entire world, and seeded the Delta variant elsewhere. And so, yes, we are #1 when it comes to the pandemic. We are ground zero. But the entire country, if you look at the maps, everywhere in the country has high transmission rates. And that's at least partly in relation to what DeSantis has done, given that Florida is such a big state when it comes to travel. So a lot of folks come in and out of here. And unfortunately, it's, the rest of the country has paid the consequences.
What has been the specific impact on the Black community, including on Black children in majority Black schools, now that this thing is playing out as a battle in schools about whether or not the schools will be allowed to have mask mandates or not?
Well, let's look at Broward County, which is a Democratic-leaning county, second biggest county in the state of Florida. Has a high proportion of African Americans and is well known for overcrowded schools. Well, they oppose Governor DeSantis, and now they're in his target. I'm sure he plans on doing something to gain some retribution. But that school district has over 350 students and teachers who have tested positive. There are over 4,000 students who are now quarantined. And who does that affect? Hardworking parents who now have to find childcare or have to miss their job, possibly lose their job as a result of this. And what is crazy is that all this was preventable. I mean, literally, if he was actually doing his job, being proactive, not just saying what he's against, but actually saying, you know what, let me report the numbers. Let me come up with some kind of a protocol that if your child does test positive or somebody in the school tests positive, what do we do? How do we augment their learning? How do we alleviate the burden for these parents? He's done none of that. Instead, he was, doing a campaign fundraiser this weekend while Florida has reached its peak death rate at any point in this pandemic. I mean, it couldn't be more obvious that he does not care. He is on a political rampage right now where he's saying, you know what, I'm going to double down on anything related to the pandemic. I'm going to let these people die, but I'm going to be governor, I'm going to be president, because he knows that amongst the GOP, he's a leading candidate, and he's making a calculation expressly in the interest of his own career, and he doesn't care about the people that are dying. These are family, this is brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunts that are dying, and they're much younger. And I don't know what else to say except that I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing to come out against them, because anybody that dies is one too many, and now we're at 45,000, and the good proportion of those were preventable with just common sense mitigation measures, which he just totally just did away with, and he's more interested in throwing shots at Biden and Fauci as opposed to doing his actual job.
Dr. Bernard Ashby, thank you so much for what you're doing, and thank you so much for your time tonight. Appreciate it. America has ended its war in Afghanistan. Now the question is, was it worth it? That's next on Prime.